Good evening, everyone. Autos and Apple, these were the two big headlines today for investors on Wall Street and consumers on Main Street. Auto sales were red hot in August, giving a huge boost to the U.S. economy, and we'll have more on that in just a moment. But we begin tonight with Apple. Shares tumbled 4% today, and that almost single-handedly dragged down the NASDAQ Composite Index. Now, 1 week ahead of what should be a shining moment for Apple when it's expected to unveil the new iPhone 6, a cart full of bad news has combined to take the shine off Apple shares. They closed below $99 a piece just a day after Apple shares hit an all-time high of $103. The heavily weighted shares caused the NASDAQ to fall 25 points today. The Dow managed to squeeze out a gain of 11, but the S&P lost 1 point. So what happened today? One analyst told investors to take profits, saying he's skeptical that the company's product launch next week will result in, quote, massive incremental profit opportunities. But besides that warning, Apple is facing a lot of criticism about security after intimate celebrity photos were stolen from individual iCloud storage accounts. And then today, rival Samsung unveiled two new smartphones, including one with a side display for quicker access to apps.
Kim Forrest joins us now to talk more about all the issues that are weighing on Apple today and by extension on the NASDAQ today. She's senior equity analyst with Fort Pitt Capital Group. Kim, what are you doing? What is your company doing with its Apple shares and why?
Well, we didn't do anything today, but in the past we have been taking some gains if the amount of shares held is greater than 5%. We really try not to expose our clients to any single company news. So by keeping it 5% or less in any portfolio, that takes some of the sting away from days like this.
So it's being driven not by anything you see necessarily in the company, but by the fact that the stock has appreciated just so that it's above that 5% threshold.
Exactly, exactly.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about what is going on inside the company, because there have been all sorts of questions. Let's start first with the analyst report saying that unless this product launch does something to really show massive growth at Apple, you should be taking your profits. What do you think is going to happen with this launch next week? Because there's talk about the iPhone 6. That's out there, but also some kind of watch or wearable. Would that be a massive growth opportunity? What's your take on all this?
I think that the price that's baked into this stock right now and why it's gone up so far so fast on really very little news is because people are expecting another blockbuster item. Now, listen, this company has been able to convince consumers that they've had 3 products that nobody in the world has ever had before, and now we can't live without, right? So we have iPads, we have iPhones, and before that, for some of us, it was iPods. So I think we really have huge expectations for this new product, whatever it is, and that's very dangerous for investors.
Let's go back to that first question. If your company and you owned 0 Apple stock right now today, would you buy it?
Not right now, not at this price, and certainly not with all that risk. Owning stocks is really about mitigating risk and reward. And at this point, it looks like a blockbuster item is kind of baked into the results that people are expecting.
So Tyler keeps asking you about the stock, and I keep asking you about the product. So let me go back to the product.
We're double teaming her.
Yeah. What if there isn't a wearable announced on next week on the 9th? I mean, what if it's just the iPhone 6 that everybody's been expecting? Does the stock go way down after that? I mean, what happens?
I'm going to guess. See, that's a product and a stock question.
She's clever.
Anyhow, no, I think that really would be very disappointing to people. And I think we've heard some rumors, because this is a big rumor sort of stock, that even if it is a wearable or whatever the new device is, it's unclear that it's going to be ready for holiday 2014. And that's a big area, or a big time of year for electronic sales. So we have to keep an eye out on that, the timing of whatever the device is, what the device is, how expensive it is. All of these things go into the formula of how hot this item could be.
This company's shares have had an amazing run of late, 38% or thereabouts since the spring. Is the bigger risk, though, Kim, that the phone, if it is a phone that comes out next week, isn't the blockbuster that they hope or that the audience expects from it?
Yeah, that's really huge as well. You know, they've been slipping in market share, not because they're selling less units, they are selling more, but it's just that other vendors have kind of come into their space and taken away their big mojo. So they need to have some real wow factor. I didn't really watch everything about Samsung today, but Samsung's really made huge gains in this area.
All right, Kim, thank you very much. You don't want to lose your mojo.
Thank you.
It's always a bad thing when that happens. Kim Forrest, Fort Pitt Capital
Thank you.
Group. Thanks again.